Hi, this is Dr. Rachael Coleman with Be in Health. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's health and wellness topics. Hi, it's Dr. Rachael Coleman with Be in Health. And I just want to share a little bit with you about how Fit for Life came about. The idea, the inspiration came about actually in 2020. As many can recall, we were faced with a global pandemic in 2020. But I was also turning 50 that year, and I had hoped, even prayed that I'd be able to celebrate my 50th birthday by going on a cruise to Hawaii, a Hawaiian cruise of the islands of the Hawaii Islands. And my birthday's in the fall, so and things were starting to open up, and people were starting to do things, but the cruise lines never did. At that time, they did not um, get back to embarking on uh, nice cruise vacations. So I had to come up with other ideas, and at the time, some people were having little get-togethers, parties, and so forth in the park. And of course, during this time, because a lot of things were shut down, a lot of venues for sporting events and activities, entertainment were shut down. So we had a lot of time to think and reflect on life. And one of the things that I wanted to be, for the next 50 years was to be healthy and honestly fit for life, all decades of my life. So what did that mean? That meant taking care of myself, right? Taking care of my health, moving, exercising, doing the right things for my body, paying attention to what I should do for, again, health and wellness. And so I also reflected upon going on a women's conference years prior, and we were in a fitness routine for the ladies. And one of the ladies in front of me, she was a senior. She had to be in her mid to late 70s. And she was moving so easily. And you could tell that she had a lifestyle of fitness. Instead of being bent over, I mean, she was really getting the moves. And she may have been moving a little bit better than me. So later, I had the opportunity to ask her about it and told her that I noticed that she was doing those moves very well. And she shared with me some of her fitness routine, which did include walking consistently. And she said, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so she was very intentional about getting up and moving around, which brings me to Newton's first law of motion. Those of us who studied science and physics know that Newton's first law of motion states that a body at rest stays at rest. A body in motion stays in motion. So that's what I want, is to stay in motion for the next several decades of life and be in health. What are 5 surprising benefits of walking? Well, last year, 2023, Harvard Medical School put out a publication sharing 5 surprising benefits of walking. First, walking can counteract the effects of promoting genes. Did you know there were weight promoting genes? Not just one, there's several weight promoting genes. So walking helps to counteract the weight promoting genes. It can help to tame a sweet tooth. So all of you out there who have a sweet tooth, if you want to tame that sweet tooth, get out and walk. It is clinically proven to reduce the risk of developing breast cancer. Some have more risk than others based on genetics and so forth and advancing age. So walking can indeed reduce the risk of developing breast cancer. It can ease joint pain. Now, I know you thought that just rubbing that arthritis cream and maybe taking the load off, relax on the couch, watch a little TV was going to help that arthritis and ease that joint pain. But actually, walking can help to ease joint pain. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later. And finally, walking can boost your immune function. So we all need a healthy, robust immune system, and walking can do that for you. Again, 5 surprising benefits of walking as published by Harvard Medical School. According to the Arthritis Foundation, there are 12 benefits of walking. First, it can improve circulation. That improved circulation can strengthen the heart and even lower blood pressure. It can shore up your bones. Now, what does shore up your bones mean? That means it can stop bone loss. As we get older, there's increased risk for osteoporosis. And one of the things that can counteract osteoporosis and osteopenia is walking. So if you are at risk for osteoporosis, you want to make sure that you get out and walk. It is clinically proven walking can help you to enjoy a longer life. They found that 50 and 60-year-olds were 35% less likely to die within an 8-year period after their age if they were engaging in consistent walk and personal fitness activities. It can lighten your mood. California State University published that with increasing your steps, you can improve your mood. So, you want to improve your mood? Get out and walk. You can lose weight. 30 minutes of a brisk walk can help you burn 200 calories. Add that together over time, it can add to weight loss. It can strengthen your muscles. When you walk, you're going to tone your legs and your abdominal area. If you swing your arms, you're going to tone your arms as well and improve your range of motion. We all want to maintain excellent range of motion, so walking briskly and swinging the arms can help that. It can improve sleep. They noticed that women 50 to 75 years of age who walked an hour in the morning had less problems with insomnia or difficulty sleeping. So it can help improve your sleep. It supports your joints. You know, in your joints, there's cartilage. At the ends of your bones, there's cartilage. That cartilage is not in direct contact with blood. It's in direct contact with the joint fluid. When you walk, that movement and that compression of the joint squishes the cartilage, and it helps to provide nutrients and oxygen to your cartilage. So you want to have healthy cartilage and get up and move and walk. So walking supports your joints. It improves your breath and increases your breath rate or your respiratory rate. And that increased respiratory rate moves oxygen through your body and provides more energy. It can help to slow down mental decline, and it can lower the risk of Alzheimer's. Studies out of University of Virginia showed that men ages 71 to 93 were less likely, those who walked a quarter of a mile or more per day were less likely to have dementia or Alzheimer's compared to those who walked less than that amount. And finally, we can do more for longer. We all want to have excellent range of motion and be able to do for ourselves, and walking can help us to accomplish that. So I encourage you to get out and walk. Again, Newton's first law, body's in motion, stay in motion. Let's stay in motion. Body's at rest, stay at rest. If you want to stay healthy, let's get up and move, and let's go for a walk. You know, there's so many different places that you can walk. You can walk at home on your treadmill, or even just going from wall to wall. You can walk at the mall, in different parking lots. But I do encourage you to get out while you can into a green space like the park. We recently had our Fit for Life walk, just come out and walk, and we enjoyed being in the outdoors. The inside environment can be more toxic than outside. And of course, some do have allergies, so outdoor allergies, environmental allergies. So if you need to take your Zyrtec, your Claritin, Allegra, Benadryl, your nasal sprays, then do that. But there are so many benefits of being in a green space. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, the Forest Service, being in a green space supports an active and healthy lifestyle. There's this thought that if you're in a green space, you're going to be more physically active. And that helps to increase your life expectancy, can improve sleep, and decrease your cancer risk. Being outdoor in nature can help to reduce our stress, reduce cortisol levels that are associated with stress, and help to reduce muscle tension. It can improve mental wellness as well. The National Institutes of Health noticed, or they put out a publication that supports the fact that being in a green space helps to lower diastolic blood pressure, can help to lower the heart rate, also reduce that cortisol, reduce the incidence of type 2 diabetes and stroke, reduce mortality from cardiovascular diseases, and it can help to improve pregnancy outcomes. Also, it can help sleep and help to improve the HDL. The HDL cholesterol is the good cholesterol. We want that one to be high. These findings also have gotten the attention of policymakers. They are looking to have green spaces available because they recognize that it can help to improve one's health. So if you can, get out in a green space, enjoy some fresh air, relax, even come out and get with a friend. You can go for a walk, but you can also get together, maybe play some games, play chess or a good game of cards. Let's live long and strong, and let's die from something else besides heart disease. Let's die of old age, okay? All right, let's stay in motion. Body's in motion, stay in motion. So let's stay in motion and be in health. So when we're outside, we want to make sure that we protect ourselves from sun damage. So if you need to wear a sun visor or some sunglasses to help protect yourself from the harmful sun rays. Also consider putting on some sunscreen, especially if you're going to be out for extended periods of time. If you're going to be out for more than 15 minutes, make sure you put your sunscreen on. And then, of course, reapply. All right? That sunscreen helps to prevent sun damage. Now, people who work outside or perhaps who are athletic and are participating in athletic events are more at risk for heat exhaustion, okay? And we want to avoid heat exhaustion. First, a person may develop some heat cramps. That can be a sign that they need to get out of the intense heat and hydrate. Some signs and symptoms can include headache, nausea, dizziness, weakness, irritability, thirst, heavy sweating, decreased urine output, and increased body temperature. It can be very subtle. You can be enjoying being outside, perhaps even at a family reunion, at a picnic, or just enjoying some gardening. You know, for those of us who enjoy being outside and gardening, I absolutely love gardening. I love spring. I love planting flowers. But I'm mindful that heat exhaustion can happen. So typically, I'll wait till after the heat of the day has passed, just before dusk, and go outside and plant some flowers, get my flower beds together, and enjoy, just planting and so forth. I usually will have a bottle of water with me, very mindful to stay hydrated, but I can be outside for hours, okay? So, one time in particular, I was trying to get a certain flower bed planted, weeded, planted, so forth, watered, and I was trying to beat the sun down. So I kept going. I had gone through my bottle of water, but I was going to get these last few flowers planted, right? Well, when I stood up, I got dizzy. I mean, I was dizzy, and I automatically knew I was volume depleted or dehydrated. So that meant, okay, stop right now. Let's cool off. Let's get rehydrated, because dizziness can be a sign of heat exhaustion. So that's just a little example of how subtly it can happen. You can be outside enjoying yourself, but pay attention. When was the last time you had to use the restroom? Low urine output can be a sign that you're on your way for heat exhaustion because you're dehydrated. Let's stay hydrated. Let's avoid heat exhaustion. At the farther end of the spectrum is heat stroke. And people who work outside are more at risk for this. So, another story, I was recently on a road trip and was so glad that during typical business hours, there were no road crews out. And I was thinking, where's the construction workers? It's summertime. They need to be out here. But properly so, they were not. On my way back at night, after the heat of the day had passed, a lot of people, a lot of workers, there were a lot of construction crews. So they were very mindful of the fact that heat stroke can occur during the day. So the construction was happening in the evening. So some of the signs and symptoms of heat stroke include confusion, slurred speech, mental status changes. There can even be loss of consciousness and seizures, and even death. So this is a medical emergency. If you see anyone that's suffering from this, you want to call emergency services immediately, get the person to a cool place, and get them the help they need, okay? Let's avoid any heat stroke. All right, that's all for now. Until next time, let's stay cool, avoid heat exhaustion, and be in health.
I know you want more, but that's all for now. And until next time, be in health.